Member for Fong Lim.
Madam Speaker, I rise to speak to the process, not the substance of what we are discussing here. And I think it's this is coming to a head repeatedly, discussions regarding scrutiny, what should and shouldn't be sent to a scrutiny committee. The fact is we're playing fast and loose with the Westminster system and what we should and shouldn't do. The only part that is embedded into our process is that we provide the bill, we provide time for people to consider the bill, to consult widely in whatever form they determine consultation to be in the wider community. Now, 28 days have been provided. This isn't a bill on urgency. There is ample opportunity for everyone in this House to go and to solicit feedback from people in the wider community. Now, it's important to note that a scrutiny committee is not a substitute for this legislature. It's an additional mechanism. It's an additional mechanism, and it's a mechanism that didn't exist under the original. It's a mechanism that didn't exist under the original Westminster system provisions. Now, this is foreshadowing debate to some extent, but not that anyone knows. Later this evening, I will speak to the Scrutiny of Legislation conference that members of the Legal and Constitutional Affairs Committee attended together. At that conference, we learnt a lot, and I will table documents speaking to it later tonight. But what I want to point out is that scrutiny committees don't all function the same way everywhere, and scrutiny committees are not all functioning as ours does. But at least we have a scrutiny committee now. At least we have a scrutiny committee now. The reality of it is that we have gone from having nothing to having something. Now, if the opposition and the crossbenchers are dissatisfied with the government's prerogative to choose when to send things to the scrutiny committee, then that is a subject you should take up separately. You should challenge the sessional orders. You should mount a campaign. You should seek to change the terms on which the scrutiny committee operates. But right now we have sessional orders. We have a process, and that process is the process that we must respect. I'm a believer in process in this regard. This government at least has had the decency to put a scrutiny committee back in place. My personal position, and I'm happy to declare it, is that I would prefer for the scrutiny committee to be, able to address things as a de facto standard, as is the case in many other jurisdictions. But if that were to be the case, we would need a legislature with a lot more resources than we have at the moment. Because what I don't want is for our scrutiny committee to just become a pointless forum for protest. And that's essentially what it will be if we continue down this track. Madam Speaker, I implore all of the members of the House to think carefully about how best we can utilise the mechanisms at our disposal. I understand the intention behind the amendment, and I don't disagree with the intention behind the amendment, which is to provide people in the community an opportunity and a voice to speak on a very important bill. I think it is a very important bill, and I'll be consulting widely with my community about the bill, and I'd encourage you all to do the same. And I'd encourage you all to bring back your collated data to the chamber in 6 weeks' time from now so that we can systematically go through it. The question of whether you're heard to your satisfaction or not is a matter of process and a matter of our democratic process. I'm not rejoicing in the democratic system that we have here. It is essentially a winner-takes-all system. But the reality is that the people of the Northern Territory, in the most recent election, did elect a government of 17 of us. And the 17 of us now are collectively doing the best we can to progress the Northern Territory socially and economically in a balanced way. Now, not everything we do will be of your liking or your choosing, but it will ultimately be a matter for the people to decide whether or not they are satisfied with our direction and our governance. Now, I am all for having a discussion about our processes in here, how our committee systems work, how our motions work, and frankly, the standard of conduct in this place, which I still generally find pretty disgusting. But it's up to all of us collectively to do something about that. Yeah, it's up to all of us collectively to do something about that. This motion is not going to pass, and rather than bemoaning the motion not passing or politicising that it hasn't been sent to a scrutiny committee, concentrate on speaking for the people you represent, bringing those voices back to the chamber and fighting your corner in that regard. And we will do the same. I believe the intention behind the bill is sincere. I don't believe the Minister for the Environment, Lands and Planning is, is out to nefariously destroy the Northern Territory.
Your time has expired, Member for
I'm sorry,
Fong Lim.
Thank you.
It's